राइट, है ना? वेरी गुड, अफसा इज एक्साइटेड. चलो, एटलीस्ट समवन इज एक्साइटेड. Okay, so we are going to start. This is the first class of physics, है ना? And 10th physics is basically Akshata message to host. Okay, message to host, not to co-host. ठीक है? Message to host. ठीक है? Message to host. Yeah. Even I'm excited for offline class, but I don't know if you have got this information or not, that boards got cancelled. Yes, John, exactly. Now think about it, right? Think about it. Even the board is getting cancelled, and how can we even think about offline classes? Think about it. 10th board is getting cancelled, right? Okay, so good evening, everyone. Let's start the class. The chapter that we are going to study today is current electricity, right? So I guess सबको थोड़ा बहुत याद होगा, क्लास 8 में कुछ पढ़ा था ऐसा. याद है आप लोग? क्लास 8 में कुछ पढ़ा था ऐसा, right? Yes, है ना? चार्ज, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, समथिंग कुछ तो पढ़ा था सर, कुछ तो पढ़ा था. क्या पढ़ा था वो याद नहीं, बट कुछ तो पढ़ा था, right? है ना? So let's think, right? Let's think कि क्या क्या पढ़ा था. So tell me, what are the topics that you can recall? Tell me, what are the topics, sir? सबसे पहले तो charge, sir. Charge. सबसे पहला चीज, whenever we talk about current electricity, right? This is, yes, exactly, charge, है ना? Then conductor, yes. So charge, right? Let's write the topic that we can think about. Conductor, right? Then circuit. Okay, very good. Circuit, right? Then circuit, right? Then yeah, conductor and insulator, right? Yes. Then okay, charge में क्या आ गया? Electrons, protons, and protons. Neutron is again. Okay, very good, Prahlad. Method of charging. Very good. Method of charging. ठीक है, very good. और बताओ, इंडक्शन वो तो मेथड ऑफ चार्जिंग आ गया, राइट? तपिश, नॉट वोल्ट, राइट? वोल्टेज, है ना? राइट, यस. डिस्पर्जन ऑफ चार्जेस, ओके, वो भी ठीक है. इलेक्ट्रोस्कोप, ओके, राइट. देन एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज बोला, फोर्स, राइट? अवे मैसेज टू होस्ट, राइट? मैसेज टू होस्ट, ठीक है. वैष्णवी, प्रज्वल, मैसेज टू होस्ट, फोर्स, right? Force means attraction, repulsion, है ना? Right? Coulomb is again unit of charge, right? It is associated with charge. I'm trying to make the concepts that we can study in detail in this class, ठीक है? Okay, very good अक्षता. अक्षता ने काफी हाई-फाई टर्म बोला, ठीक है? Right? Electric field, right? चलो, अच्छी बात है, हम लोग ये भी पढ़ेंगे, ठीक है? चलो, और कोई टर्म्स आ रहा है? जो भी आ रहा है सोचेंगे, because we will be like static electricity is again, right? Electricity is current electricity only. Okay, चलो, I'll just write electricity. ये तो चैप्टर ही है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी तो चैप्टर ही है. और yes, resistance, very good. Potential difference is voltage only, right Janvi? Potential is voltage only, है ना? voltage को ही potential difference बोलते हैं, है ना? वेरी गुड, सब कुछ सोचेगा, ठीक है? And then someone said one more thing, I just missed it. Resistance, yes, resistance, ठीक है, राइट? और तो मोस्टली मोटा मोटी यही है. यस और नो, हाँ या ना? टेल मी, यस और नो. डायरेक्शन एंड ऑल तो हम लोग सर्किट में ही पढ़ लेंगे. एनर्जी, ओके, वेरी गुड. एनर्जी, ठीक है, ओके, वेरी गुड. यस सिंचना, राइट? मैं नोट्स भेज दूंगा, उसके बाद तुम अपने से बाद में बना लेना. I'll send this notes first, then you have to make your own notes, ठीक है? Right? चलो, so these are the topics more or less the topics that we have studied, right? जो हम लोगों ने थोड़ा बहुत देखा था, है ना? Okay, right? प्रहलाद conventional current कहाँ से आ गया? वो basic current ही है, right? I'll tell you why it is called as conventional current. So let's make a mind map, right? So the first topic, topic one. Okay, topic one that we will be talking about, जो हम लोगों ने class 8 में पढ़ा था. We will just pick from 8. हम लोग कुछ भी जब करेंगे ना, हम लोग basic से ही start करेंगे, right? We will start from the basic, which is charge, है ना? हम लोग charge से start करते हैं, ठीक है? So okay, okay, now we are okay. So first is charge. Now, what is charge? पहले सवाल अपने आप से पूछेंगे हम, because whenever we talk about physics, right, it is, as I've told you in the previous classes, that physics is about the study of natural phenomena around us, है ना? हम लोग nature को, property को study करते हैं. So अगर तुमसे कोई पूछे भाई charge है क्या? What is charge? Tell me, what is charge? Exactly, Prahlad. It is an inherent property of matter. There is no definition of charge. Yes or no? हम लोग definition कभी कभी बोलते हैं, अरे charge is something fundamental which when appears on an object make it repel or attract each other, right? That is not a charge. That is a property of charge, right? है ना? Yes, Janvi. So I can say what is charge? Charge is basically inherent property. It is something fundamental, है ना? So I can say it is inherent, right? है ना? और intrinsic property. You can just say intrinsic property. Intrinsic means object के अंदर का, है ना? Intrinsic property due to which, right? Any object, है ना? Any object. So any charged object, right? I should say charged object can attract or repel each other. Can attract or repel each other. Or repel each other. Yes or no? Each other. So it is something fundamental. ठीक है? इसका definition generally नहीं है. हम लोग हमेशा जो definition बोलते हैं, that is the property of this charge. Okay, right? Everyone is getting this. Aditya, Sinchana, Purvi, Harshita, Bhavesh, Apsa, Anvit, Avni, Avya, everyone, right? है ना? हम बेसिक कुछ भी याद नहीं रखना है, एकदम सोचना है, बहुत सिंपल सोचना है, ठीक है? चलो, अब मुझे समझ में आएगा चार्ज होता क्या है. Then the second question should be, okay sir, right? What is the origin of charge? What is the origin of charge? Right? भाई ये charge आता कहाँ से है? So the origin lies in chemistry, right? The reason for this charge lies under the concept of chemistry, right? When we talk about atom, right? When you talk about atom, है ना? So atom is basically composed of three subatomic particles, right? Yes or no? ठीक है ना? Right? Namely, बताओ क्या क्या है? I guess सबको पता होगा. Electron. Intrinsic means inherent. Intrinsic means अपना खुद का. ठीक है, सृष्टि, right? है ना? Electron, yes, electron, right? Proton and neutron. ठीक है, ये थोड़ा सा मेरा केमिस्ट्री का आ गया, जो 9th में पढ़ा था ना हमने, याद है? 9th में हम लोग पढ़ा था स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एटम, न्यूट्रॉन, राइट? सो वी स्टडीड, सर, दिस इलेक्ट्रॉन इज ऑफ नेगेटिव चार्ज, राइट? हम लोगों ने बोल दिया कि भाई ये इलेक्ट्रॉन में नेगेटिव चार्ज होगा, राइट? हमने बोल दिया कि भाई ये नेगेटिव चार्ज है. देयर इज नो लॉजिक बिहाइंड इट, राइट? अगर जो थॉमसन जो आविष्कार किए थे, उन्होंने बोला होता कि भाई इलेक्ट्रॉन पॉजिटिव चार्ज है, तो हम लोग क्या पढ़ रहे होते? टेल मी. We would have been studying that electron is positive charge, right? So there is no logic, there is no reason behind this, है ना? जैसे वैष्णवी का नाम वैष्णवी है, that's why everyone is calling her Vaishnavi. Yes or no? Yes or no? Tell me. Clear, right? So in the same way, electron is negative charge. बोल दिया किसी ने भाई negative charge है, तो हम लोग negative charge पढ़ रहे हैं. as simple as that, right? And in the same way, proton is positive charge and neutron is neutral, right? Neutron is neutral. Okay, zero. Now, whenever we talk about charge, positive and negative, it will have some values. Okay, we will see about that. So now, ideally, whenever we talk about any substance, right, any atom, right, any atom. So this is a nucleus, this is the atom. We have equal number of electron and equal number of proton. Yes or no? Ideally, an atom have equal number of electron and equal number of proton. Agree? Yes or no? Means the atom is electrically neutral. We have studied that already. Hai. Okay, so it's like this, right? It's like this. So we have one atom X and one atom Y. Okay, one atom X, one atom Y. So atom X is having, yes, electrically neutral, right? So this is having 11 electron and 11 proton. Okay, and this atom Y is having 17 electron and 17 proton. Right, so what happens, this X atom is giving 1 electron to this Y. So it will become 10 electron, 11 proton, and this will become 18 electron, then 17 proton, right? I guess सबको याद आ रहा होगा ये chemistry से थोड़ा बहुत याद आ रहा है, sodium and chlorine. Yes, very good, right? Very good, Vastav, right? So this is sodium, this is chlorine. Now अब बताओ, will this atom be electrically neutral? Tell me, will this atom be electrically neutral? Everyone, think about it. Yes, no, right? Hana? Yes, yes means charge is transferred. No means no. It will not be electrically neutral. So it will become what? X plus, because it will have one extra positive charge, right? And one less negative charge. And it will become Y minus. Okay. So I can say whenever any substance, right, it is charged. Actually, what happens? Electron get transferred, yes or no? Electrons get transferred. Okay, from one object to another object. That is a transfer charge, right? Yes, agree? So I can say, okay, any object, whatever object we are talking about in this whole universe, right? If it is charged, means electron is getting transferred. Okay, simple. Okay, so I guess this is clear. This idea is clear, right? How the charges, right, are transferred, right? How electrons are transferred. Then the next concept that we studied, okay, हम लोगों ने देख लिया, sir, electron is getting transferred. But my next question would be how? Yes, Krishna. Yes, we have studied this in chemistry, right? Only one goes, that is chemistry, right? We will not be talking about stability and anything else in physics, right? It is chemistry, right? Okay. Right? So we won't be talking about this. Yes, whenever any object is charged, we talk about either positive or negative, right? Okay, we can say both, right? Both are charged. Okay, okay. So how it is done, all right? How charge is transferred? So charge transfer. Okay, charge transfer. So we know that charge is transferred by 3 methods. I hope everyone remember 3 methods, right? Sabko yaad hoga? Yes. So that is rubbing is means friction, by friction. Friction. Friction, yes. Right. Then by induction. And then by conduction. Okay? Yes or no? Okay? Yes. So we will not be discussing this in detail because we have already studied this in class 8. तो हम बस रिवाइज कर रहे हैं ना. फ्रिक्शन में क्या होता है बताओ? Tell me everyone, फ्रिक्शन में क्या होता है? Charge get transferred by rubbing. Charge get transferred by rubbing. Yes or no? Right? By rubbing. ठीक है? Yes or no? Yes, exactly. Silk cloth, glass और ebonite rod, right? है ना? वो हम लोगों ने पढ़ रखा है. But my question is, my concept is, the charge that is developed are same or opposite, right? For example, if you're rubbing silk cloth, silk, right, with glass rod, the charge developed on silk and glass will be same or different? Tell me, it will be same or different? Think about it. Opposite, yes, different, correct. So I can say due to friction, the charge that will be, yes, that will develop will be opposite, right? For example, this glass rod will have which charge? Tell me. Glass rod, yes, positive charge. Whereas silk will be negative charge. Yes or no? Tell me. Yes or no? Yes, clear? So I can say due to friction, opposite charges developed. Now, induction. In induction also, right? In induction also, right? Opposite charge is induced. Opposite charge is induced. And we will see why. हम लोग देखेंगे क्यों होता है. Means if I'm having one neutral object over here, right? इसमें neutral object है, यहाँ पे मैंने plus charge लाया, तो बताओ यहाँ पे कौन सा charge आ जाएगा? If it is neutral. And one more question for everyone. If I'm saying that an object is neutral, will it have electrons and protons? Tell me, will it have electrons and protons? Yes, obviously, right? It will have electrons and protons. So due to this positive charge, what will happen? It will attract negative charge. To this side, and positive charge will go this side, right? So this is due to the property of charge. What is the property? That they attract opposite, yes, they attract opposite charge and repel same charge, right? हाँ है ना? That's why ये negative इधर हो जाएगा, positive इधर आ जाएगा, ठीक है? Okay, right? Now, yes, last is conduction. Okay, last is conduction. Now, whenever we talk about conduction, okay, yes, charge repel each other, like charges repel each other. Now, conduction is what? Conduction is transfer of same charge. Transfer of, not induced, transfer of same charge. Okay, right? Transfer of same charge. Yes, exactly. Right? ठीक है. By touching, by contact. ठीक है? Right? Induced means influence ho jana, right? If you talk about English meaning, it is influence. Simple, right? Okay. For example, someone is playing PUBG, right? Some of your friend is playing PUBG and you watch PUBG. You like watching PUBG, then you start playing PUBG, right? So you are induced by your friend. Okay, right? Again, it is English, right? Okay. Okay. Clear? Now, so these are the ways in which charge is getting transferred. And in this chapter, we will basically talk about this conduction. हम लोग conduction के बारे में detail में पढ़ना है. Clear है? Okay, right? Yeah, I know that most of that this is true, right? We are human. We tend to get induced, right, by our surrounding. You know, it is said that a person is the average of 10 people around him. है ना? Think about it. Yes or no? Because in induction, the charges, right, the objects are not in contact, right? They are not in contact, right? So due to the force, due to the electric force, the charges are just attracted or repelled. That will make them to separate, right? And the word used here is induced or polarized. ठीक है? Polarized. हम लोग बाद में देखेंगे, ठीक है? But contact, sorry, I just. But when you talk about conduction, it is the transfer of charge using contact between each atoms. ठीक है? एक atom के बीच में contact के कारण जो transfer होता है, that is your, tell me, conduction. ठीक है? Right? चलो, हम लोग detail में देखेंगे. Now, this is about the transfer of charge. Next is property of charge. Properties. Okay, I guess ये रिवीजन कर रहा हूं मैं, चार्ज के बारे में रिवीजन कर रहा हूं. So clear हो रहा होगा, right? Again, magnet अलग case है. Magnet is also different case, but magnet is almost same as not charge, but yeah, properties would be more or less same. ठीक है? In magnet, there's something called domain, right? When you talk about this conductor, charge, in the same way in magnet, there's something called domain, right? Or poles, right? Which will attract or repel. ठीक है? So वो हम लोग next chapter में पढ़ेंगे. Don't worry about that. Now properties. Tell me, what are the first property? What is the first property, guys? Tell me, what is the first property?
Like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other.
Yes, very good, right? So first is this. Like charges attract each other. Charges attract each other. No, repel each other.
Repel each other.
Yes, I was just checking. ठीक है कि कितने लोग सुन रहे हैं, कितने लोग बस मूवी देख रहे हैं, right? टीचर कुछ भी बोलते रहे, है ना? Like charges repel each other, right? Each other. I just skipped each other, right? And vice versa. And like charge attract each other. And like charge attract each other. Attract. ठीक है? Clear? Now second property, tell me. Can anyone tell me about second property? They are additive. Yes, charges are conserved. Very good. Charges are conserved. Charges are conserved. Right? It can be transferred from one object to another object, but it cannot be destroyed or created, right? Normally, I'm just talking about normally. Okay. Yes, very good, very good. Then third, very good. Yeah, you guys are so smart. Charges are quantized. Very good. Charges are quantized. Now I'll explain what's the meaning of quantized. सबने प्रीडिंग किया है, very good. सबने प्रीडिंग किया है, very good. Right? See, that is so good, na? How many of you done pre-reading? Raise your hand. How many of you done pre-reading? Right? थोड़ा सा पहले से पता होता तो मजा आता ना पढ़ने में. Right? Smart बनते हम लोग, है ना? कि सर हमको आता है, अच्छा लगता है. Very good, है ना? Right? If you study something before ना, right? अच्छा लगता है कि हाँ समझ में सब कुछ आ रहा है. Right? I know this thing. So अगर कुछ नया मिलता है तो हाँ ये भी था, ऐसा feeling आता है. Very good, right? So 27 of you have pre-read. Very good. And I request everyone to pre-read, right? As I have told you na, in introductory class. So what's the meaning of quantized? Let's try to understand what's the meaning of quantized. अगर हम बोलते हैं shop वालों को, right? Suppose Navya is going to buy milk and Navya is saying, right? भैया मुझे half packet milk देना. Tell me, right? Half packet milk देना. Does it make sense? क्या वो पैकेट फाड़ के देगा? Tell me, half packet milk. Is it possible? No, right? Janvi, wait. There's nothing like flow of current. By the way, मैं बता रहा हूँ, आ रहा हूँ मैं step by step. No, right? Doesn't make sense. Half packet कहाँ से देगा? दूध तो गिर जाएगा. Yes or no? Right? Yes. In the same way, right? According to no half liter also, it is half liter and a half packet. If I'm talking about half packet, you can you go and ask, भैया मुझे half packet चाहिए, मुझे packet काट के दो. Tell me. He will give you one slap like, go, mad person, right? You will spoil my milk, right? Anna. So I can say that the smallest unit of milk would be half packet. Yes or no? Sorry, would be one packet. One packet is the smallest unit. So you can say, Bhaiya, give me one packet or two packet or three packet, right? So they are in packets. Yes or no? In the same way, whenever you talk about charge, right? The smallest charge is basically charge of one electron, right? Charge of electron, one electron. And we know the charge of one electron is equal to charge of one proton. So charge of one electron is equal to charge of one proton, which is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Coulomb is the unit of charge, right? Coulomb is the unit of charge, है ना? So this is the very small unit, right? It is the smallest unit, right? Unit of charge. Okay, है ना? So if I'm talking about any charge, it will be multiple of one electron. So I can say every charge, right? So I can say charge is always in multiple of one electron. Multiple of charge of one electron. Charge of one electron. Yes or no? Ayana. Right? Yes, very good, very good. Okay. Now, so Q is always given as N into E, where N is the number and E is what? Charge of electron. Now, whenever we talk about charge of electron and proton, charge of electron and charge of proton, okay, right? What is the charge? Charge here, it is minus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb, and this is plus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb, right? So what is this meaning of plus and minus? Tell me, who is greater? Which charge is greater? Electron ka charge and proton ka charge, which is greater? Tell me. Or are they equal? Both are same, right? So magnitude wise, value wise, they are equal. So this is wrong, right? Here, negative and positive is not the mathematical values. This is just a representation, है ना? Negative just means कि electron है, positive just means कि proton है. So here negative and positive are just the symbolic representation of electrons and protons. Agree? Clear है? Right? सबको समझ में आया? So अगर तुमसे पूछा कोई तो बताओ -5 कूलम और +5 कूलम कौन बड़ा है? टेल मी, क्या जवाब दोगे? -5 कूलम +5 कूलम कौन बड़ा है? Right? You will say, sir, we cannot compare, right? Cannot compare because they are two different charges, right? दो अलग-अलग चीज है ना, है कि नहीं? Right? And if someone says magnitude wise, then you have to say, you have to be very specific. Magnitude wise, then both are equal, right? But if anyone will say compare, so can you compare two different things? Tell me, can we compare two different things? Think about it, right? I'm like, अरे मैंगो जो है मैंगो मीठा है और ग्रेप्स जो है ग्रेप्स मीठा है, right? So can we compare the sweetness of mango and sweetness of grapes? No, right? Because sweetness of grapes is different, sweetness of mango is different, right? You can compare one mango with another mango, na, right? That okay, this is Alfonso, this is very tasty, and this is Bambaya, right? This is, tell me, not that tasty. ठीक है? Okay, right? Okay. So since I said that one electron charges this, है ना, this coulomb. So what is, you can use unitary method. Think what 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb is charge of one electron, है ना? So tell me, one coulomb will be charge of how many electrons? 1 by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 electrons. Yes or no? Hi. Unitary method. I'll just use unitary method. ठीक है? Use unitary method. Okay, right? Yes, very good, Bhaskar, very good. So if you use unitary method, it will become what? 10 to the power. So it will become what? 10 into the power 18 by 1.6. So 10 divided by 10.6 will be almost equal to 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. समझ में आया? Means see, 1 coulomb is such a big number, right? 1 coulomb is such a big number. Very good, Sterina, right? है ना? So I can say that See, Vikas, as I've told you, right? Whenever we talk about charge, it is due to the transfer of electron, yes or no? Hi, Anna. Think about it, right? Now, can I
Sir,
say, yes?
sir, can you explain once again from that charge is always a multiple of charge of one electron?
Yes, that's what I'm explaining, right? Vikas also has the same thing, na? So I'm explaining the same thing. Okay. Now, if anyone have doubt, you can either message, right? Okay. No, Prahlad, this is the same thing, na? Iska shortcut kya hai? Ye calculation hai. So think about it, right? Whenever you talk about this is atom A, and this is suppose this is atom B, right? It is having, मान लो, it is having 30 electrons and it is having suppose 28 electrons. Okay, so if the electron is getting transferred, can I say, okay, one electron is getting transferred or 2 electron is getting transferred? Can I say 1.5 electron is getting transferred? Tell me. Think about it. Think logically. Can I say that 1.5 electron is getting transferred? Half electron cut ke jayega kya? Right? No, na, because electron is itself a subatomic particle. You cannot break the electrons, right? Na, it will lose its existence. Yes or no? So this is not true. So I can say whenever you talk about transfer, whenever you talk about generation of charge, it is 1 electron, 2 electron, 3 electrons. It's a multiple of electrons only. Got it? That's why whatever the charge will be transferred will be multiple of n is the number, n is any whole number of electrons, n is whole number. Whole number. It can be 0 also, na? If it is 0, then the charge is 0. Okay, but it cannot be what? Tell me. Okay. Vastav, it is 6.25 to the power minus 10 power 18. What? Electrons, right? Electrons. It is charge of electron. Okay. So this is number. This is number. Number of electrons. Okay. Clear hai? Right? Because think what you're asking first, right? Think about what you're asking first. Okay. Right? If I'm saying that it cannot be half, how can it be decimal number? Think about it. What's the meaning of decimal? It is just a fraction, right? Decimal is just a type of fraction, no? Yes or no? Right? And I'm saying that you cannot have, think logically, no? You cannot have half electrons, 1/4 electrons, 2/5 electrons. That doesn't make sense, right? That's why it is always the multiple of electrons, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We cannot have 4.5, 6.8, not like that, right? That's why it is n is whole number. Okay? Clear ho gaya? Because everyone?
Sir, then what about the charge of electron? It's also in decimal, sir, 6.25.
No, that is, see again, right? That is charge of 1 electron, na? That is the charge of 1 electron, right? It is a minimum value. For example, when you go to buy a milk, right? What's the smallest packet that you can see? Tell me, what is the smallest packet of milk that you can see? Everyone have bought the milk? Half kg, right? Half kg, right? Okay. When you talk about this or Tetra Pak, then it is 250 milliliter also. 250 milliliter, right? Suppose 250 milliliter, hai na? Right? So that is the smallest. That is the smallest size, na? Right? So when you go to shop, right? What you do? Either you pick 1 packet or 2 packet or 3 packet. If it is 500 milliliter, then also you'll pick 1 packet, 2 packet, 3 packet. Do you go to shop and say, right? Do you go to shop and say, "Bhaiya, mujhe 600 milliliter do"? Tell me. Do you go and ask the shopkeeper, "Give me 600 milliliter"? Think about it. Okay, Srishti, are you getting? Everyone is getting, right? Even though it is 250 milliliter, na? So if you write in liter, it will be what? 0.25 liter. So it is in decimal, doesn't matter. But I'm talking about the number, right? Packets will be 1, 2, 3, na? Packets will not be 1.5 packet. Understand this? Clear, right? So 600 milliliter is not possible. I cannot ask, "Give me 500 milliliter plus 100 milliliter." No, right? He will not just tear this packet and give you in your glass, right? It will not happen. Okay? Okay, got it? In the same way, electron cannot be divided further. Yes, yes, that is the thing, na? So when you talk about Q, Q is what? Number of electrons of charge. Basically, it is number of charge, right? Fundamental unit. Either it is electron or proton. So I'll just write like this. Number of electrons or protons, because both have same charge, into charge of one electron or one proton. One electron or one proton. ठीक है? Clear है? अब clear हो गया सबको? Everyone, think about it. It is clear. Everything is clear. Okay, right. ठीक है, very good. So charge खत्म हो गया. Now next concept. Now how many of you, we just studied there's a property. What property? Sir, that if I'm having a like charge, positive charge and positive charge, right? They repel each other. Yes or no? Right? Yes, agree? No. Now, if these two charges are, if these two charges are repelling each other, right? They're not pushing, no? Think about it, right? They're not touching the other charge and pushing it. No, it doesn't happen like that. But there must be some kind of force. Yes or no? Right? Yes, Rakesh. The charge is additive in nature. So I'll just write down one more point. Okay, I'll just write one more point. Charge is scalar quantity. There are actually many, but I'm just skipping it. Charge is scalar quantity. Right? Scalar means, right, it is additive. Okay. Then again, it is invariant. Right? Charge is invariant. Which means it will not change, right? Doesn't matter where you go to Mars, you go to anywhere, it will be invariant, right? Prahlad, that is the same as relativistically constant, right? Relativistically constant means invariant. Okay, right? Okay, so these are just theories. Okay, now, yes, so there must be a force between these two charges. So there was a scientist called as, again, Coulomb, right? So the scientist known as Coulomb, he developed a law. He said that, okay, if I'm having two charges kept at a distance of, suppose r meter, right? Meter, again, two charges Q1, Q2 kept at a distance r meter, then the force between them, right? Force between these two is given by K, which is a constant, Q1, Q2 by r squared. Right? So this is also called as inverse square law. Inverse squared law. बस ये जानना है, ठीक है? बस ये जानना है, right? Formula putting getting. Where K is a constant, right? K is a constant. Right? The value is 9 into 9. ठीक है? ये constant. Now let's try to understand this. ठीक है? सोचो एक बार. Okay. Yes, exactly. Similar to gravitation formula, because it is also similar to gravitation. Okay. In gravitation, first two mass, in the same way, here we will have two charge, right? So very good. If you relate with the gravitation, so this is F electric. So if you relate with gravitation, it was what? G m1 m2 by r square, where G was a universal gravitational constant. Here it is K q1 q2 by r square, right? So it is exactly same because the nature is same. Yes, yeah, I'm horrible at spelling, by the way, right? So just check, spelling wise, check. I don't know if it is correct or not, right? COULOMB. Okay. I don't know, Prahlad, right? I certainly was not their friends. I don't know if Newtons and Coulomb were friends. Okay, but think about it. Let's try to understand this. Right? Suppose I'm having two charges Q1 and Q2. Let's try to take an example. Think intuitively, right? So this is the relation, but we will think how this relation is derived. So suppose I'm having one charge of 10 coulomb, right? And there we have another charge of 5 coulomb. Okay. And this is at distance of suppose 10 meter. 10 meter. Think about it. And again, I'm having a charge of 10 coulomb and again a charge of, this is a charge of 10 coulomb. Same distance. 10 meter, right? 10 meter. Now, suppose the force between these two is F1 and here the force is F2. What do you think? What do you think? In which case force is more? Tell me, in which case force will be more? Tell me. Yashash, are you not paying attention? K is constant, which is 9 meter per 9. It is written, right? F2, right? Makes sense. No, common sense. Yes, Vastu, correct. So I can say, okay, sir, F2 is greater than F1. Means, okay, charge is affecting the force. So Coulomb's observed that the force that we are talking about is directly proportional to the product of charges Q1 and Q2. Doesn't matter whatever the value of individual charges, but it actually depends on the product of charges, right? Yes or no? That is the first observation. Okay, right? Now, second observation was, suppose I'm taking this charge, right, and keeping it at this distance. Now I increase the distance to 15 meter. Same, 10 coulomb and 10 coulomb. And I'll say that this is F3. Now tell me, if you are keeping it apart, the force will be more or less. Tell me, F2 and F3. Tell me, in case of F2 and F3, which will be more, F2 or F3? Less, right? Very good, Pratnya. Right? Tanish, correct. Shirisha, correct. So I can say, okay, here force is inversely proportional to. But again, right, inversely proportional to R or R square, we don't know. But obviously, people who would have, right, especially not people, Coulomb, right? So he basically observed it, right? Okay, and he said it is inversely proportional to R square. It is not just inversely proportional to R, it is inversely proportional to R square. So he clubbed these two, and said, okay, F is equal to Q1, Q2 by R square, right? And since this is a proportionality, in order to remove this, I will have a proportionality constant, right? Which is K, Q1, Q2 by R square. Got it? Same as your gravitational force, yes or no? Everyone is clear in this? Yes, right? We will get the constant by experiment and observation, right? No one can find the constant just like that, right? They observed, they calculated the values and they took the ratios, right? Okay, okay. Okay, they would have taken some charges and then analyze the force, right, by changing the distance and all. That's the simple experiment, right? But we cannot do that because we don't have that setup to have very small charges, because we know charge is actually very small. Okay, right? Clear? Now, K is your gravitation, sorry, K is your electrostatic constant. K is called as electrostatic constant. Electrostatic constant. Okay, right? Now, think about it. Okay, so this understood, right? We understood, sir, what is force, right? We understood, right? No issues in that. But think about it, right? Whenever we talk about gravity, we will relate it with gravity, है ना? So suppose this is your earth. Everyone, try to understand this. This is your earth, and suppose this is, right? Suppose this is Batman. Okay. Now Batman cannot fly, na? So what will happen to Batman? Chandan, wait, I'll tell you. Think about it step by step. Okay. What is, right? So this Batman will fall. Yes or no? Anna, Batman will fall, right? Because he will experience a force. But can you imagine, okay, I can say, okay, because of this earth, this Batman is falling down, right? He's experiencing a force, but it is experiencing, this Batman is experiencing a force because of what? Because of something called field, right? Gravitational field, yes or no? G, which was F by M, yes or no? Hi Anna, right? F is equal to mg, so G is F by M. Agree? Everyone recalling this concept? So this G is also called as gravitational field. Recalling it from 9th class, right? Or accretion due to gravity, right? But I'm talking about the another representation, which is gravitational field. Yes or no? Yes or no? Everyone recalling this concept? Yaad aa raha hai? Yes. So can I say, okay, sir, okay, sir. So can I say the same thing that if I'm having a charge, positive charge, imagine that this positive charge will also have, right? Will also have field due to this, right? So this positive charge will also have field due to this, like this. You know, field होगा ऐसे, right? एक field होगा. Field is just a space. Field is just a space, right? According to Newtonian physics, we are talking about Newtonian physics. ठीक है, right? है ना? Not your Einstein physics. ठीक है? Newtonian physics. We are talking about Newtonian physics. So it can be क्या होगा? Field होगा. Field is basically space, area around which any object will have its effect. अब इस field के अंदर कोई दूसरा charge आ जाए, right? दूसरा चार्ज आ जाए, मान लो ये दूसरा चार्ज आ गया इस फील्ड के अंदर, देन डिपेंडिंग ऑन ये चार्ज, राइट? अगर ये चार्ज पॉजिटिव है तो ये फील्ड का इसके ऊपर ऊपर में फोर्स लगेगा. इफ देयर इज अनदर चार्ज, राइट, व्हिच इज नेगेटिव, है ना, सो इस पे नीचे की ओर लगेगा. यस और नो? यस और नो? So I can say it is just same as like this, na sir, it is same as this, right? If I'm having a water pipe, so field is just an imaginary space, right? It is like a this. If it is a water pipe and what is flowing in this, what is flowing in this, right? And if you keep a wooden block, what will happen to this wooden block? No, Prahlad, there's no specific diameter. It will be less than as a, see, just think about it. Suppose I'm speaking, right? I'm speaking. So my voice is here, like my voice would be heard to some distance, right? So that is the space. So after that, it will not be heard, but the intensity will go on decreasing. Right? We will see what is the formula and all the things. But think about it. This wooden block will move with the water flow, yes or no? This wooden block will move with the water flow, yes, right? So you can imagine in the same way that field is basically imaginary, right? Right, space in which any charge will have effect. Okay, clear here? Now, as we see in case of gravitation, can I say in electric case also, electric field is given by what? Can anyone tell me? What do you think? What can be the formula of electric field? If you relate it with this, think about it. सोचो क्या लगता है? Everyone, Mansa, tell me. Zilan, Krishna, Janvi. Very good, Prahlad. Very good, very good. So smart, right? F by Q. Yes or no? Hi, Anna. Very good, very smart. Force per unit charge. Very good. सबको समझ में आ रहा है ना? जैसे ये force per unit mass था, यहाँ क्या force per unit charge, right? जिस charge पे force लग रहा है, right? जिस charge पे force लग रहा है ना? वो clear है? So E क्या होगा? Force का formula. What is the formula of force? See guys, this is the formula of force. K Q1 Q2 by R square. It's the formula of force, right? Divided by Q1, right? Divided by Q1, suppose, right? This is what? Q1 will get cancelled, right? So it will be what? KQ by R square. Okay, so don't worry, this is just extra. This is just extra to understand. But what is electric field? If you talk about electric field, it is what? It is just the space, right? Electric field is what? Electric field is basically space around a charge, up to which it will have any effect, to which it will have its effect. ठीक है, right? And formula wise E is equal to F by Q, force per unit charge. ठीक है, yes or no? Tell me yes or no. बस इतना ही पढ़ना, ज्यादा नहीं दिमाग लगाना, right? I guess इतना सब उसमें आ गया. Yes, electric field is like G because small g is basically gravitational field intensity na, gravitational field. In same way E is electric field. ठीक है, everyone got this concept? हाथ उठा लो. Everyone got this concept? हाथ उठा लो. सबको समझ में आया? Right? So it is the space around charge up to which it will have its effect, or it is called as region of influence. Region of influence. Same है ना? Right? ठीक है? Yes, it is electric field intensity. Electric field is same. ठीक है? It is same. Okay? ठीक है, चलो, very good. चंदन, it is just force per unit charge. ठीक है? अब एक चार्ज है, उसके कारण, right? Okay, उसके कारण क्या हो रहा है? उसके कारण मेरे को फील्ड जनरेट हो रहा है. So, दूसरा चार्ज आएगा, okay, दूसरा चार्ज आएगा, तो उस पर फोर्स कितना लगेगा? That is your E. E is force per unit charge. Okay, ठीक है? Okay, right? So I guess everyone understood what is force. Now we have small q and capital Q again, right? It's just representation, na? Q is just a charge, right? So it is just a charge. It is just a variable, right? You can use small q, capital Q, it's charge, na? Like nahi, right? You can write capital Q also, doesn't matter. Okay, it is just charge. Okay, got it, Navya? Everyone? Any other doubts till this point? Everyone is getting? Akshata, Abhiramya, Purvi, Manoj, Rakesh, Afsa, Anvit, Avni. Tell me. Yes, K is constant. K is always constant. Pratagya, Manogna. ठीक है, very good. यहाँ तक सबको समझ में आ गया? Okay, very good. Very good. चलो, very good. Now, next topic. Again, something before starting next topic, right? Before starting next topic, okay, let's think first, right? In your home, right, where the water tank is kept. Tell me, where the water tank is kept? At your home, at any one home, right? Tell me. Terrace. No, Vikas, right? E is equal to F by Q will give the value of electric field, right? Okay, it will give the value of that field. Okay. Top of the roof. Yes, exactly. So I can say if it is a ground floor, if we are staying over here, then the water tank is kept at the terrace, right? Anna, because water flows from top to bottom. Yes or no? Water flows from top to bottom. Agree? Right? Why is it so? Why is it so? Can I say, okay, sir, because here it is at high potential. High potential. Have you heard of something like this? And here it is at low potential. Yes or no? Right? So gravity pulls, that's why it is at high potential, it is at low potential now. Right? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. Now before this is just the intuitive concept, right? This is just the intuitive concept, right? And now before coming to that, let's try to understand positive charge. Whenever we talk positive charge, okay, right? In electric field, I can say electric field is an imaginary space, but we talk about something called electric field lines. Okay, electric field lines always, it is just an imaginary line, by the way, imaginary line, always, right, is away from the positive charge. We just have to remember, okay, it is just someone who said, okay, by it is always away, we have to study that it is always away. Okay, right? And whenever you talk about negative charge, right? Whenever you talk about negative charge, okay. So for negative charge, it is always toward. Okay, it is always toward. Right? My diagram is horrible, but yeah. Okay, always toward. So what can you say from this diagram? Tell me, what can you say from this diagram? This is a fact that we have to remember, that electric field is a property of electric field, right? It is the basically imaginary line. Electric field is a basically an imaginary line, right? Okay. So from positive charge is always outward, right? From positive charge is always outward, and for negative charge is always inward. Okay. So can you tell me what is the direction of electric field? Tell me, direction of electric field. Can I say it is positive to negative? Yes or no? That electric field is always positive, negative. Agree? Yes or no? Right? So if you want to imagine, don't you think that positive charge is like an octopus who has lots of tentacles and attracting your negative charge, right? Okay. So it is just a visualization, right? It is just like I think about random visualizations, but don't you think it is something like that? Okay. Okay. Anyways, so electric field electric field are always from positive, negative, and here the water is always going from high potential to low potential. Can you relate these two? Think about it. Can you relate these two? Tell me. Tell me. Can you relate these two? Right? Think about it. Okay, now if we recall the concept, we have studied something called, right, energy. Think about it. We have studied, Navya, it is a theory, it is observation. ठीक है, जैसे negative charge बोल दिया ना, वैसे ही मैंने बोल दिया, right? That जिसने बनाया उसने बोल दिया कि भाई ये positive के कारण outward होता है, ठीक है, right? ठीक है, right? That's why. Okay, so I can say, okay, what is the meaning of this? It means when a water is coming from top to bottom, energy is, tell me, potential energy is decreasing and energy is converting into work done. Yes or no? Right? Okay, so here I can say energy is associated, right? Energy is associated, right? So we have studied something called voltage or potential in class 7th and 8th. What was that? It was, tell me, it was what? Tell me. Work done per unit charge. Yes or no? Agree? हाँ या ना? Think about it. Step by step. सबको step by step पहुंचेगा. याद आ रहा है सबको? Potential और voltage का basic definition था. Work done, right, per unit charge. Agree? Means सोचो, एक बार सोचो, अब सोचेंगे हम लोग, सोचेंगे एक बार, right? Think about it. Suppose, right? I hope all of you watched this movie, right? Which movie? Tell me. Avengers Endgame. ठीक है? So ये अपना भाई साहब Thanos, right? He is Thanos and Thanos is shooting his beam. ठीक है? Right? Think about it. Okay. And then we have our Captain America. है ना? We have Captain America, right? And with his shield, and he's moving forward. Think about it, right? Think about it. Everyone, think about it. So this beam is having force. This beam is, tell me, this is, again, right? Forget about deflection. Now, forget about deflection. I'm just saying this beam is exerting some force on this shield? Yes or no? Right? But if still, if he's moving in this direction, right, he's doing some work, yes or no? Hi or no? Against this beam, yes or no? Logically समझ में आ रहा है? Right? I'm Thanos, right? I'm not Thanos, right? But suppose Thanos, right, is shooting a beam and Captain America is just going forward, right, against the beam. So he's doing work. Yes or no? Right? Clear? Yes or no? Think about it. हाँ या ना? ये सबको समझ में आ रहा है? Right? Work against the beam, against the force, right? Okay, but obviously Thanos is very strong, right? He increases beam power, and then Captain America is pushed back. है ना? Then the work is done by the force. Yes or no? Tell me. Yes or no? समझ में आ रहा है? This we have already studied, right? Then you will think, sir, ये कहाँ से आ गया? Electrical में ये कहाँ से आ गया? Right? है ना? Now, I hope this is understood by everyone. Yes or no? Tell me. This is understood by everyone. Each and every one of you have understood this concept. Thanos, Captain America, yes. Okay. Right? Okay. ठीक है. चलो. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, suppose this Thanos is positive charge. Okay. Thanos is positive charge. Okay. Think about it. Thanos is positive charge. And this positive charge, right, we know that electric field lines due to positive charge is always outward. Okay, right, is always outward. Think about it, right? So this is the electric field due to this positive charge. Okay, right? Now here we have another charge, Captain America, right? Again, Captain America, which is again positive charge. Okay. Now think about it. This is electric field due to which charge? So this is charge 1. This is charge 2. This electric field is due to which charge? Tell me. Charge 1 or charge 2? Think about it. This electric field will be due to charge 1 or charge 2? 1. Concept clear है? सबको clear है? इसका charge, इसका Q 1 बोल दूं मैं. So I can say, sir, E is due to charge 1. So E is what? KQ1 by R square, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? Tell me. Think about it. Yes or no? Clear? बहुत simple concept. कोई भी difficult चीज नहीं है. बहुत simple है, right? Okay, very good. And sir, you told me one thing, that sir, force, right, by charge is equal to electric field. So force is equal to charge into electric field. Yes or no? हाँ या ना? ठीक है? Right? Okay. So I can say, sir, electric field is in this direction. This is positive charge. So force will be equal to charge, and this charge is Q2. अब बताओ, ये जो charge है, वो Q2 है ना? तो force किस पे लग रहा है? Force is acting on which charge? Q1 or Q2? Tell me. Force is acting on which charge? Q1 and Q2 due to this E. Tell me. Q2. So can I say, sir, it is Q2 into electric field is E1? Yes or no? हाँ या ना? हाँ या ना? Think about it. Are you getting the concept now? Tell me, सबको concept समझ में आ रहा है? Right? And if you write the formula of E1, sir, ये तो same formula आ गया, sir. Same formula आ गया, sir. K Q2 into Q1 by R square, which is K Q1 Q2 by R square, right? Okay. अब यहाँ पे कुछ सवाल कुछ लोग पूछ सकते हैं, why not Q1? Common sense, right? हमारे पास कमी किस चीज की है? हमारे पास कमी है common sense की. हम खुद पे खुद से फोर्स लगा सकते हैं क्या? Tell me. खुद से खुद पे फोर्स लगा सकते हैं? भाई, can I push myself? right? Think about it. I want to push myself, right? ठीक है, कॉमन सेंस है ना. अगर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड E1 के कारण है, right? Exactly, Nitin. Why will Thanos will try to kill himself, right? If electric field is due to charge Q1, the force Q2 पे लगेगा ना, right? In the same way, अगर Q2 के कारण इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड होता तो फोर्स किस पे लगता? Tell me. If the electric field was due to Q2, the force would be on Q1, है ना? Clear है, right? If I'm teaching you guys, who is studying? Tell me. If I'm teaching you guys, right? So you guys are studying now. Makes sense, right? Clear? Everyone is clear? Very basic common sense, right? सबको समझ में आ गया ये? Okay, यशस ने यही पूछा था. यशस, your concept clear हो गया? यशस, I guess यशस asked the same question, right? यशस, your concept got cleared, right? समझ में आ गया ये? है ना? Okay, so prove भी हो गया. कुछ सोचो ना, can this force would be k q1 q1 k q1 q1 by r square होगा क्या? राइट सर, ये क्या बेवकूफी है सर? दिस इज पाप, दिस इज पाप. खुद क्या है, खुद पे फोर्स लगेगा, राइट? ओके, राइट. So I'll explain this once again, that if I'm having two charges, the electric field due to one charge will experience a force on second charge, right? है ना? Due to, tell me, right? It's just like this, ठीक है? Now my concept here is this. ये सबको समझ में आ गया? Now the concept here is again work. So if this Captain America is moving from this point to this point, it is moving, he is moving from point A to point B. Some work is done, हाँ या ना? Yes or no? Some work is done, right? सृष्टि, K is a constant ना सृष्टि? K तो constant है ना, जो ऊपर लिखा हुआ है. K is a constant, right? K is a constant. Yes or no? यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने लिखा है ना, K is electrostatic constant, right? सृष्टि, ध्यान दो 100%. Okay. So I'm saying that if Captain America is moving from one point to other point due to this beam, right? Yashash, I'll send the PDF only. I'll upload it. I'll send the PDF in WhatsApp group. ठीक है? Okay. चलो. So there will be work done, है ना? So can I say, sir, there will be work done. So potential. What is the potential of? I can ask, sir, what is the potential of Thanos? Tell me, what would be the potential of Thanos? Potential of Thanos would be work done, right? Work done on what? On Captain America, right? Yes or no? हाँ या ना? Work done on Captain America. कितना work done कर रहा है? Right? Captain America पे. Yes or no? Clear? So that is the potential, right? है ना? In the same way, if I'm talking about this, if this charge Q2 is moving from point A to suppose this point, right? Okay, point B, right? So it is covering the distance of D unit, right? Suppose. So I can say, or it is covering distance of R unit, suppose R unit. Okay, right? Yes, exactly. So potential will be what? Work done from moving a point from one point to other point. Yes or no? Got it? Right? So this point A we consider usually as infinity. We consider this point as infinity. Infinity से हम एक point पे ला रहे हैं. Clear है ये चीज? सबको ये समझ में आया? Tell me, everyone got this concept? So can I say, sir, potential is what? Sir, potential is work done per unit charge. हाँ या ना? कौन सा चार्ज? जिस पे फोर्स लग रहा है वो वाला चार्ज. क्लियर है? पोटेंशियल किसके कारण होगा? सर, जो, टेल मी, जो लगा रहा है उसके कारण होगा. Prahlad, this is the formula, this is the basic definition, right? That we have studied in class 7th, class 8. That potential is work done per unit charge from moving any charge from one point to another point. So I'll just write it down. Okay. So electrostatic potential, electric potential is defined as work done in bringing a unit charge or any charge, right? Charge from infinity to a given point, given point. ठीक है प्रहलाद, अब समझ में आ गया? Tell me. Right now, whenever we talk about this, since it is from one point to other point, right, it should be the difference, right? है ना? Right? So I can say, sir, whenever it is difference, it should be potential difference, because potential is an absolute thing. We cannot find the potential. So I can say, obviously now if it is charged, then it is an electric field, right? है ना? ठीक है? So I can say we cannot find absolute potential. We can not find absolute potential. It is always potential difference. ठीक है? Right? Puneet, you are messaging on different account, yeah? ठीक है? But यहाँ पे क्या है? Reference is taken VR minus V infinity. Infinity पे लिए ना, infinity पे मैं क्या बोलता हूँ? Infinity पे potential is zero. Infinity पे potential is zero. That's why it is relative. ठीक है? That's why it is your potential. ठीक है? Clear है? समझ में आया? Right? When we take reference at infinity, right? Reference at infinity, right? So V at infinity is zero. ठीक है? Infinity means बहुत दूर. Common sense है ना, बहुत दूर है. अगर मान लो तो अपने घर बैठे हो और मैं यहाँ पे चिल्ला रहा हूँ, can you hear my voice? No, ना. So it will be zero. Yes, Vaishnavi, same हो गया ना, same definition हो गया, right Vaishnavi? Right? W joules of work to move q coulomb of charge from one point to other point. Exactly the same हो गया ना? Same है कि नहीं? ठीक है? Okay, Vaishnavi, clear? This is clear, everyone? Again, it can be both positive, negative. Less than infinity means, again, right? Infinity का मतलब यहाँ पे exact infinity नहीं है. Infinity is just a very big distance. ठीक है? Right? Infinity यहाँ पे is means very large distance, or the distance at which the charge will have no effect. ठीक है? Here infinity is basically a distance where charge will have no effect. ठीक है? It is not the actual infinity वाला thing. ठीक है? It is just a symbolic representation. क्लियर हो गया ये? है ना? Right? ठीक है? समझ में आया? Okay? So everyone is clear till this point? So I hope all of you understood what is potential. Right? So can I say, sir, in the same way, I'll just write on star mark. Electric field moves from, tell me, moves from high potential to low potential, high potential to low potential. क्लियर हो गया ये? सबको समझ में आ गया? हाथ चालू. यहाँ तक सबको समझ में आया? हाथ चालू. राइट? सो हम लोग पूरा डीप में पढ़ रहे हैं. ठीक है? ओके. राइट, ठीक है, वेरी गुड. सो दैट्स इट. आई गेस सबको समझ में आ गया इतना. मैं ये नोट्स भेज दूंगा, बट यहाँ तक सबको समझ में आया, पोटेंशियल तक सबको समझ में आया. So what we studied today? We studied about charges. We studied about nature of charges, how charge is transferred, right? Again, electric field is an imaginary line. Electric field is basically a space, right? Electric field lines is an imaginary space, the imaginary line. So I can say electric field lines, not electric field lines. ठीक है, clear? Electric field lines moves from high potential to low potential. ठीक है, okay प्रहलाद, अब समझ में आ गया lines. Okay, usually these are interrelated. When we say electric field, it is electric field lines only. चलो, okay, so electric field हो गया, potential हो गया हमारा, है ना, जितना हमें चाहिए, right? Right? Anyone have any doubt till this point? अभी तक चैप्टर स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ तुम्हारे सिलेबस, अभी बहुत बेसिक चल रहे हैं हम लोग, ठीक है, हम लोग पूरा अच्छे से पढ़ेंगे. So I'll send this notes. All of you should revise. Yes or no? Revision is the key. Remember, revision is the key. Okay? Right, everyone?